Alright guys, hey, I'm kicking with Tyree Pope here, and I'm Daniel Zambrano. I do digital marketing for local businesses, and I actually do the digital marketing here for High Five Studio. I've been a part of this for like 4 or 5 months, and we're at High Five Live event number 7, turning 8. So we're really excited to have that going again. Digital marketing, that's my thing, so ask me anything you want and I'll try and answer it.
All right, that's all I really need, to be honest.
How'd you get started with marketing?
Yeah, so like 3 years ago I went to school for marketing and business management, and I graduated with my degree, and I didn't really do anything with it because at the time I was in a management position at a company and that was going good, so I was just doing that, not really looking for anything in the marketing field because it just wasn't what I was trying to do at the time anymore. Then I went to college again and went for business again, and turned into a computer science major and information science and technology. And then I just got more into entrepreneurship before doing that. And I just seen a lot of marketing opportunities. I seen where marketing was going, especially in this digital world. And I just didn't want to miss the opportunity. So I learned from some people. I started a business with my friend a while ago. We had some good clients, and then from there I didn't think we were able to work together anymore, so then I started a new business venture, and since then I've just been learning a lot from different people in the community, because there's a lot of people that own digital marketing agencies that are opening their doors to just give you more exposure in that world, because they're looking for more young talent. So that's how I got more involved in there, and I've just been doing it by myself. But now Eric McCambridge is my new business partner, and Marissa Williams and Jack Wilkins, and we're starting a marketing agency where we're gonna be offering film and marketing services.
That's dope. Tell me a little bit more about your guys' new business venture in your marketing agency. What are you going to offer to artists and creators?
Yeah, so the biggest thing was that one of the services we wanted to provide was music videos, right? And just music marketing, because we believe that being part of the High Five, we really seen what has happened for musicians from the ground up, really. And we've noticed things that we could change, as far as creating more visual stories for musicians, being able to expose them to the right people through the events we already have here at High Five, and also just filling the gap that other marketing agencies don't fill. There's really no marketing agency that I have seen lately have some kind of service in helping musicians, or having just music videos as part of the service too. They're usually more corporate services, right? And with that being said, the other gap we're trying to film is the storytelling from the marketing aspect and the film side, right? Because a lot of, like I said, marketing agencies usually hire external filmmakers, or they have in-house ones, but they don't have the crew size, because it's expensive. So it makes sense why you wouldn't do it. But that's ultimately the gap we're filling. We're making an in-house film making company that also does marketing. So that's just how we're gonna get past everything, and also be able to focus on doing it for musicians as well, right? Finding the right ones that we can really back, and just going from there and trying to tell their stories.
Yeah, finding the right stories to tell, and you don't want it to be. I always tell people have natural, conversations and let things happen naturally. You don't want to rush into something or force yourself into doing something you don't even know who the person is, or blah blah blah. And if you have a personal experience with an artist, it's way easier to work with them, because you have that understanding of each other, or that experience. I feel like once you meet someone in person, it's way easier to work with them. So I don't like blindly working with people. Through inbox, I'd be once we meet, I'm way more open.
Yeah.
It's like, but we just have to meet.
Exactly, because like just a message doesn't really tell you much about a person, right?
Yeah.
It could tell you a little bit, you know, especially with the first impressions and stuff, but when you really get to know a person is in person, right? And when you really want to work with them is when, you know, you find you know, some sort of trigger where you know, you're vibing off each other, you know, you guys will be able to create something that's good and not a waste of time for both of you yourselves, right?
Yeah, and then you gotta have your heart in it type deal. And I love what you guys are doing. I was gonna move into, you guys do have a documentary coming up called Zero Undiscovered. Could you tell me a little bit about that and all the people who are involved in it?
Yeah, so Zero Undiscovered is a documentary film, and it's based around the Milwaukee creative community. So what we wanted to do with this film was really highlight what the Milwaukee creative is doing and who's in that community that's helping it grow, right? And with that being said, it also showcases an artist by the name of Ashley Amarell Smith that we get to just show her progression as a community member. So I think that is the biggest thing about the documentary film, actually showing what we're doing. And it's a documentary film, so you can't, it's not faked. Everything that's happening in the documentary is happening for real, right? If we fail, right, it's gonna happen, and we're not gonna be able to do anything about it, right? So that's why we wanted to set things in place to be able to, you know, make MRL more successful, right? So some of the mentors were Ryan Rossman, right, owner of High Five Studio, also a partner of ours. Dev Diamond, right? He's an engineer here. He's also a producer at High Five Studio, and they're helping Ashley Amarell musically. And then what we're doing on the other side is I am helping Amarell with, you know, her marketing, trying to get her brand more established and trying to get her into a show, right? Which we did do. And then Eric, right? He's doing all of the content. He's the director of film for the entire film, and he's just good at what he does. And he's showing her, you know, how to be more comfortable in front of the camera, how to be able to, you know, use this content in different ways. And just together, it's really about just the team, right? Collaborating, and we're not just speaking about it; we're actually showing it, right? When we talk at the High Five Live events, which is an event where we have over 100 creatives come to the studio. We have them come in for the single purpose of collaborating with each other, right? Finding the photographer they need, finding the videographer they need, the model, the designer, whatever, right? The Tyree Pope, right? So with that being said, is that we wanted to show this on our side, like, hey, we're not just throwing these events. We really want to like collaborate. Not just with artists, but, you know, with other business owners, right? We've had people here speak, Costs, right? They gave away headphones. We have Loom, Live Undiscovered Music. They're one of our partners. We've had just The Plug Magazine here, right? We have Backline MKE. So we've had people come in from the community because we want to grow it, and we want to grow it to help the artists, right? Because they have to collaborate on their own for the creativity, but we have to figure out a way where we can collaborate as businesses to help them push forward the community. Because like if we throw an event and you know, nobody comes here, is because it's not good for the artists, right? And that's the whole point. We're doing it for the artists, not for the studio. We're doing it so that the artists get the chance to meet each other, because at the end of the day, if nobody shows up, well, then the event is useless, right? And that's just where we're headed. And going back to like the documentary film, like I covered these things because they feed into the documentary film, right? We've covered a lot of these things in action, from creating a song from scratch. We literally had one day where it's awesome. You guys gotta wait to see this, but we had one day when we were shooting for 2 days, right? Friday and Saturday. We had Ashley, we had Troy Trog, producer, Dev Diamond, making a song together, right? And then we had Ryan doing the engineering and recording of the song. So the first day they created the song, right, from scratch. We were there for like 6 hours just documenting the whole process, seeing like literally this happened in action, right? They made a great song with all the pressure that we had on them. They made a great song, so thank you guys. And then after that, we recorded it, right? Ryan got to making, the edits. Ryan got to guiding everybody to what they needed to do to make the song correct. We documented all of that, and that song's gonna be played at Turner Hall. So I mean, that's just the next step, and just with the documentary, like Zero Undiscovered, that's literally, there's a reason for that name, because we want zero people to be undiscovered in Milwaukee, in Chicago, in these other places that people are in the shadows where they don't know what to do to get their creativity out there, right?
Yeah, and moving on, like you said, Turner Hall. You guys do have a show on March 29th at Turner Hall. What's kind of the process behind that? What gave you guys the idea to have a show to end it all off as the bang of the whole documentary?
Yeah, so I'm glad you bring that up, because the biggest reason we wanted to put on a show, and we've been shooting this documentary film for like 5 months now, right? We've been shooting this for a while, and we still have a lot of time to shoot, right? We released it in May, and with that being said, is that part of that was really showing the progression of the member of our community, right? Ashley Morel. And the way we did that was, obviously guide her musically, but the way to actually show that is by having her headline at a show that no local artist usually headlines at, right? Turner Hall, pretty big place, seats 900 people standing, right? Seats about 600 people. So we're really doing this to really show that, hey, like we're not playing. We really showed her what she needed to do. We guided her. We made her, more comfortable musically. We helped her develop more musically. Also with her brand, we helped her develop with her brand. So we just want to show all of the work that got put in and really highlight it at the end of the documentary with the big show, Turner Hall. I mean, it's not easy to get a headline as a local, musician at a place that 900 people can attend, right? Yeah. So that's the biggest thing. And $10, we're not even gonna probably make money from this. We're just trying to cover the expenses. This is for the community. Ashley Morel, Will Frang and the Goodland Gang, Mo City, Bando, Dev Diamond, Jacob and Xander from Meteor Base Studio, which is a studio in Minneapolis. They're gonna come all the way over here to perform as well, and they're also our sponsors. So we're not just starting with Milwaukee, right? We're trying to also make our way to other places, and obviously that's gonna take more time, but just putting our shoes in those locations like Madison, where Live Undiscovered Music was founded, which is a music streaming platform, and just having these partnerships with great local music artists and people that really care about them will make us secure 600 of those 900 seats, right?
Definitely.
Even 900 of those 900 seats, right? We want all of Milwaukee to come, because this is just the beginning. We want to have these again and again to showcase more artists that we know are hungry, that we know have put in the work, that we've seen put in the work, and actually showcase it at the end of that time frame, right?
And that's amazing, because Turner Hall, like you said, big place, pretty much I say one of the biggest venues we have in town. And you see a lot of people come in from out of town and headline it, but you never see someone from the city and someone from homegrown headline Turner Hall, and it's amazing to see that you guys put it together that way. It's because you never see it, so it's I feel like venues, this is the first step for venues being more open to having Milwaukee artists have their own thing here and paying the artists to do it. And like you said, it's all about development and getting them in a position to succeed. So it's bigger picture.
Yeah, definitely bigger picture because like at the end of the day, yeah, we're showcasing one artist, or a couple, the Dev Diamond, Troy, and Ashley Amaral would focus on Ashley, but ultimately, this is just an example of what we can do for the community, right? What we're really trying to do is we're trying to take the whole community with us, right?
Yeah.
Like, why do you only need to make one person like known where you can make 20, 40, 50 known at the same time by just being part of the community, right?
Yeah.
And what I love about it is that you just see it happen. After the event, you meet somebody or you see people pulling out their phones to connect with each other, and then you go online the next day and these people are sharing each other's music. These people are, now friends, going to each other's shows. Just seeing that is like exciting because it shows that the Milwaukee creative community is, helping itself move forward. But all they need is like a place to meet each other, and I think that place is High Five Studio.
Yep, and that's what High Five Studio gives everyone, is the chance to meet each other, chance to put a face to the person that you might have been following for like 2 years, but you never actually met them or something like that. I feel like you will meet anyone you need to meet in the music community here.
Yeah.
And if you need something, you come to a High Five live event, you're guaranteed to meet the person. Even if you don't mean to meet them, you just run into them.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen so many good things happen from people just coming here. Like literally, all you gotta do is show up for 2 hours, maybe. Don't even have to be here the whole time. Talk to as many people as you can, and you'll find somebody that you will have never found on your own here to help you do what you're trying to do, right? Because videographers need subjects, right? Photographers need people to take a picture of, and musicians need pictures taken of them. So it's kind of like a back and forth. It's like, hey, you help me, I help you, right? And we use each other's influence to just grow each other and ultimately, making each other more well known in the industry, and then getting gigs, and then getting more photo shoots booked, just stuff like that. And just thinking about like what this could be is crazy, because I've seen people outside of the music industry also come through here, right? We had Carved in Stone, Naisha Stone, interview Mandela Barnes here. He's a lieutenant governor of Wisconsin. Has no business being in a music studio, right? But he still is here, right? He grew up here on the north side of Milwaukee, right? We've had a UFC fighter come here. He records here. We've had a person that's won, a couple, good credentials. Don't want to really, say too much. But there's just hidden people here that know about this studio and that have come through here, that if you just stop one day, you don't know who you could meet and what that could do to your life as a creative. Yeah.
And that's what's amazing. Like, this place changes people's lives around them,
Yeah.
It's that very motivation. Like, it gives you that motivation and that inspiration to, like, actually go out and, like, do it and go full on with your career. And it gives you the tools.
Exactly.
To do so, which is amazing. That's another question I have. Like, what do you guys have going moving forward? Like, with High Five Live? Are you guys going to be starting back up High Five Fridays also?
Yeah, so I mean, well, let me touch on High Five Fridays first, right? For those of you that don't know, it's similar to what Kickin with Tyree is, but we, also interview, a couple local businesses that, are trying to help musicians. We've had a couple great people that have come on the show. And we have just 10 episodes, right? Season 1's over. Season 2, we're going to try and pick back up in April, because, man, this documentary is just taking hours and hours. We've had up to 10 people in a shoot. We have up to 6 cameras rolling, right? So it takes a lot of resources and time. So we're thinking of bringing it back up in April. Not sure yet, right? We're just going to play it by ear, because there's still a ton of work to do for the documentary film. And that's really our priority right now, because we have to showcase, you know, this community that we're building here, and going to the High Five live events. Okay, what's next with that is just continue to do them, right? We don't charge anything, right? We offer some snacks here and there, right? We give away some Ka Studio headphones, the other event we had. So with that being said, we're trying to bring more professional people in here, people that everybody can get value from, to get on the stand and speak a little bit about what they do and how to connect with them, right? For example, Martin Moore at Kas, he's the content developer. He does the commercials, the photography, everything, and he needs local music to put in these commercials. And when he came up here, he told everyone, hey, hit me up. Yeah. Like, I'll look through your music, you know, let's see if I can use it for one of my commercials. So just stuff like that, you know, giving people more opportunities when they don't need to do it, yeah, is just showing that, you know, we need to have people like that come here more often, right? And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to show people what we're really trying to do here, and just put it right in front of them so that they don't leave, right? Yeah. And that they keep coming and that they keep helping everybody out. And just the future of not only High Five Studio, but the community is just getting with the right businesses to really push it forward, right? A lot of people are doing great things. Backline's giving $20,000 grants out here, going to be giving a large sum within these next 2 years, right? Yeah. We have 88.9 Radio putting shows, right? We have our live events. We have Twisted Path Distillery have their events, which they have a music stage there where people, you know, local musicians can come and play. The Plug magazine giving artists a full page just to put them in the map, right? Yeah. So it's just really about getting with people that, you know, can really help, because musicians can help, right? But they can only do so much because they have to focus.
Resources, they want to focus on the music, not the business side almost.
Exactly.
Of it. And there has to be people in the middle, mm-hmm, who can possibly work on both sides and work in between and keep in contact with the artists to keep them moving forward. It's almost like not every artist needs a manager, but every artist needs like almost a mentor, mm-hmm, to like guide them along the way.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like that's something that was missing in Milwaukee, but I feel like that's something that people are trying to become more of, mm-hmm, and like guide the youth and show them like the actual way to do it in ways that they can get their creativity out there.
Exactly.
I feel like that's what's the biggest change in Milwaukee in the last, mm-hmm, I say the last 7 months.
Yeah.
The biggest change.
Yeah, man, like just seeing this, you know, like you said, from the past 7 months, like it's really been picking up.
Yeah.
We've seen, you know, people put out a lot of pictures, videos, music videos with people that they met, right, mm-hmm, through the creative community. It doesn't necessarily have to be here, yeah, but just in general. And it's been picking up pace. More events have been coming out in different multiple locations, right? And people are taking notice that, hey, we got to show these music artists like a way to display their music, right? Mm-hmm. And I think people are doing a great job. You and I were just at a show yesterday, yeah, at Company Brewing, and we saw 4 or 5 talented, you know, musicians up there killing the stage. Cover was $5. Great beer, right? Yeah. So, I mean, as part of the people that are in the community, you know, we have to show that love too. We got to go to their shows, you know.
And even if you were there, if you were there, you saw there were so many people, like in the community, yeah, like artists that weren't performing that were there. Mm-hmm. Still, like bigger artists in the community were all there. Everyone's here. Like, I feel like we're all becoming like more of a collective, mm-hmm, and everyone's at everyone's shows. If you see someone that has a show and you know them, you're going to end up being there because it's like everyone knows the artist now and they know them by face.
Yeah.
They're able to like have the personality of these artists and are able to talk to each other and communicate. And that's what's amazing about the internet, amazing about like you guys' network events. It's just helped everyone expand. Let's say that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of perfect word.
Expand is good, right? I think we do need the resources, right?
Yeah.
And that's why we're bringing those people in, like you said. And it's just bigger than that, right? Resources are good, but it's also about the connections, right? The network. If you know somebody that has a show, like Kicking with Tyree, you get on the show. There's more exposure for you as in your network, right? Now people know who they are, and if their music is dope or their paintings or their photography or whatever, they're gonna look at it. And I mean, they're just gonna have to click like, or they're just gonna have to follow you, because there's no choice of like looking past talent, right? There's no point in it, right? A lot of people were doing that in the past, maybe two years ago, even 7 months back, right?
Yeah.
People were just about the click, right? People were in their own little circle, but now, like you said, it's more collective.
Yeah.
And that's what we're really trying to do as well. Why have communities in different places? Why not just put them all together and make a huge one? And then everybody moves forward faster. I mean, we don't really like, I don't want to say anybody's a leader in one community. Like, we all have a part in it. Like I said, there's no community without the people showing up. So like, we're just trying to like, we're just curating it, and we're just like making it happen, right? Because we have some influence in the community, and that's pretty much it. We just want everybody to succeed, and be at our Turner Hall show and watch our documentary film, right? Because when you bring somebody so much value, especially from a marketing point, right? If you bring somebody a lot of value without asking for anything in return, that's just gonna come back to you, right? Because you're just showing that love, you're just showing that commitment to helping somebody out, to where when you need the help, hopefully people are there to also support you, right?
That's the best part about it, because now we're all are able to be together and see each other along that road. We've all are in a different place than we were a year ago. We, like, I think me, Keenan, Justin, last year, I think today, when we had like a photo booth party, that was the first time I like met everyone. Like Ashley, Troy, that was the first time I met all of them, and now seeing it all like come full circle is crazy. So it's like,
yeah, it's awesome how many people know each other. We were literally talking to this guy the other day, right? He's like, yeah, my sister's cousin's boyfriend knows this person, and that person happens to be so and so, and we knew him, and we knew that other person. So it's like, just like, you just tell me a name, and I probably already know it, and like that's the good thing, right? That's a good thing part. Because it like you said, it comes full circle. Then if you tell me your name, well, then I know it. And if somebody tells you my name, then you already know it. And that's just like brand awareness, where it's like, all right, I know this name, I know what this name is about, right? I know the influence of this name, and hey, I'm just gonna support it, just like they would support me when they would say my name, right? It's just what it comes down to.
Yeah, man. I thank you for coming on the show and speaking about all this stuff. Make sure you guys go out and buy Turner Hall tickets, March 29th. Thank you again, man, for coming in. Thank you guys for tuning in to Kickin with Tyree.
Thank you.